think back to a couple of years ago when we started talking about HD coming, and everybody was talking about HD and kind of slowly but surely making the transition. The same thing, we were on the precipice of the same thing happening with the latest innovation in televisions, and we leave it to LG. Life is really good with LG when it comes to the quality, the reliability, as well as, in this particular case, the one-day only price that we have of $1,249 plus the opportunity to use your credit card and take 6 months to pay for it. What we have put together in this package includes a lot of additional items like the HDMI cable, which is a 6-foot cable that's included. There are a couple of different options that you will get with this for free subscriptions to the Dashima Yoga, to the live exercise. All of this comes together, and Hulu is included in that as well, at $1,500+ worth of product that you're getting for $1,249 today and today only. This is a one-day only price. Our expert, Craig Smith, is here to kind of walk us through all the fun stuff.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Great to see you, Jane.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Always a pleasure to be here.
I'm blown away because I'm standing right here looking at this, and I feel like I could reach in and pick up that chandelier or that candelabra off the table. It looks like it's coming off of the screen. It's amazing how clear. And it's going to continue to get better. The more broadcasts that are done in 4K, it's going to mean everything that you're watching is going to be amazing. I mean, look at that.
Look at all that great detail.
Oh,
What I love about this is, a few of us from QVC went to the
Right.
Consumer Electronics Show about 4 years ago.
Okay.
Or maybe 5 years ago, somewhere in that ballpark a couple of years ago. We saw this stuff, and it was like, wow, this is amazing. But it was like science fiction. It wasn't a reality. These TVs that we saw, this type of technology built in with 4K, they were like $10,000, $12,000. So it was like, okay, great.
Right.
Thanks for showing us what TV is going to look like in the future. Well, now the future's arrived because the Summer Olympics that just ended this past summer, they shot content in 4K. If you go on YouTube right now, there's 4K content. There's 4K content on Netflix, on Amazon. And what 4K is all about, and you're hearing these terms batted around now, 4K, ultra high def, what they mean, exactly the same thing. It's 4 times the pixels of a 1080p television, which most of us are watching now. When we first got that HD TV and we went, wow, because we made the jump from DVD quality, you're going to have that same wow with 4K. So just to give you an idea of what we're talking about.
The evolution.
Yeah, when you get side by side with a 1080p television set, it looks really good when you first got it, but you still see some of that pixelation. You still get some of that drop off when you're talking about the fine details on the screen. When you get a really close look, you get in there tight, that's where you notice the difference with the 4K. The 4K with 8.3 million pixels on a television set, everything looks like it's real life. It looks like you're there. This is video here shot from our QVC videographers at a local zoo here in Norristown, Pennsylvania.
In Norristown.
But look at you see not just the good stuff, but you see even the imperfections, the little things on there that make you feel like you're there.
Like you could pick it off. It
We're here. How about the dirt in the lamps over here? The bird that just lands. And even, I'm going to pause this right here, something you typically don't do on a high-def TV, because if you pause it, you get that shakiness or you get that graininess. Look at that. That's paused video. I don't know whose job it is to clean off the lamps there, but they got to get to work because you can tell the detail is not quite there. It hasn't
happened for a couple of years.
No, they haven't done that. But even this, Jane, right here, when you look at the light that's shining on this side of the water compared to the shadows over here, there's no drop-off.
No.
This isn't blown out. This isn't too dark for you to see. You
and
see
let me
every
just
detail.
give you this disclaimer. You're looking at 4K through
your home television.
Your home television, which could be high def, yes. But to see this in real life is just mind-blowing. We have one size remaining, 65 inches.
It's the only one, yes.
It is the one that everyone in the family is going to be clamoring to get around. You're getting the 4K television, you're getting the HDMI cable, you're getting the remote control. There's a ton of titles that are built into it, including Hulu, so you're going to be able to do all of your fun, because it's a smart TV as well, so it's not just, about the picture. it's also about some of the other interactive things that it can do. I'm sorry, I keep walking in
Nope.
front of it. But what you need to experience is just the difference that this level of resolution is going to bring. The color and the shadowing between the colors, the lights and darks, just blow my mind. I'm an artist. I love to paint, and I love color.
Well,
And
you're going to love this.
For me,
Yeah.
looking at this, I'm just like, what? I mean, the shadows that you see and the brightness that you see is just incredible.
With all those pixels, they also have the
Yes.
ability to give you a wide range of colors.
Right.
So even a shot like this, and I'll pause it again, when you see the darkness back here in the shadows,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get something like a bright yellow flower, that's really difficult for a TV to process, to go from very bright to very dark.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's where you lose things. Or if you watch some of those action movies,
Right.
like the Batman movies, where there's a lot of shadows
lot-
and there's a lot of action
And
going on.
movement, yeah.
You lose some of that if you're watching it on a TV that's not the best quality. 4K.
It's funny
you're
that
gonna
you
see all
said that
stuff.
because a lot of times when we're on the show here at QVC, and this is high def, we are told not to wear light and dark together, black and white.
'Cause
It's
it
like the
just-
worst thing
it
because
gets a weird look on it.
You really can't kind of process it. But here, I mean, down to the little like drops of water and everything that you see here is just incredible. The dimension that you get from this is really amazing. So E230200, can you tell I'm excited about? This is my
Yeah.
first time seeing a 4K television in real life. I've seen them from my television. at
Welcome to the
home,
party, Jane.
But this is definitely mind-blowing.
It is. And the great thing about this, too, LG is a company that's been around since 1959.
Right.
They're an industry leader when it comes to television
the color.
technology. And you're going to notice, especially this time of year, there's other 4K television manufacturers out there. But every spec on this television set, so it's more than just the 4K. 4K is the big story here, but it's also what kind of sound am I going to get? Well, we
Right.
have 20 watts of stereo speakers built in underneath of this television set to give you great sound. There's something called refresh rate, which is significant when you're talking about television. That's the number of images crammed into 1 second of what you're watching. The higher the number, the more real life action is going to look across the screen. So
Okay.
I've actually seen 4K TVs out there that have a 60 hertz refresh rate. Well, it's kind of like you just got the Ferrari and you got a little motor in it. It's
Right.
like we want to get the best of the best in everything. You're going to get 120 hertz refresh rate on this television set and built-in technology like in-plane switching, which we'll dive into as well throughout the course of this hour. But every spec from top to bottom is spectacular. That's why if you're watching nature footage, you're watching your favorite sports team, or if you're just having Friday night movie night, you want to have where all the kids going to come for movie night? They're going to come to your house
Yeah.
now because this is the video they're going to want to see.
The
It looks
Browns
that
got the
great.
new 4K TV.
Yeah.
So let me ask this question.
Sure.
Two things. First of all, I have a bazillion questions in my head.
All right.
So say I'm watching television and it is not a program that was broadcast in 4K. Can I tell the difference? I mean, does it
You
going to
can.
look okay?
So what this television actually has is a computer processor built into it, and it has they call it a 4K upscaler. So
Okay.
what you get with this television, of course, content like this is 4K content. This is going to look great. But anything you put through this TV, the content is processed and pushed to as close to 4K as possible.
Okay.
So if we were to have let's say a 720p television
Sure.
right next to you, we were to take the same video and plug it into the back of both TVs, this would be a
one's
better
gonna
picture,
look-
even though it's
yeah.
coming from the same source.
Okay.
Even if you have those old wedding videos on
Right.
VHS tapes,
Yeah,
some of
yeah.
us have those, even that is going to look better on this
So
TV than
basically
the
what we're doing
television
is
you have
you're
now.
getting to use the content that's being broadcast in 4K now.
Yes.
But as things become, available, we're ahead of the curve, literally. Now, speaking of the curve, I noticed that there isn't one, and I
No.
know that this is just
No.
a flat TV.
Flat screen TV, yes.
Can this be mounted, or is this meant to only be tabletop, or?
Whatever works better for you.
Okay.
It can be mounted. One of the neat things I love that LG does is they've actually used these two different feet, one on
Okay.
each side there, to give you a nice, solid, sturdy base. You notice in some high-def TVs, they have this little
One in the
pedestal
middle that's
that
kinda
comes down.
teetering, right.
I'm not really comfortable with that. I
Yeah.
want to have a lot of security.
Especially when it gets to be this size.
And this is a 60-pound television as
Okay.
well. So you have the nice secure feet. You can keep it like this, or you can take this off and you can mount it to the wall, which is great. I do recommend you use a professional. I know a couple friends of mine who are not professionals. They tried mounting their own TVs, and they went out and shopped for new TVs a couple days later because they fell down.
And they're available as separate purchases, not here, so you can ask about that. But it's relatively thin. When you
Super
look
thin.
at this, I mean, the base itself, it has about maybe
a
8
foot.
inch.
Yeah, that's just
8
under a
inch
foot.
width, under a foot.
Yeah.
And then the screen itself, as you can see, is really, really slim. So it will go just about anywhere that you want your, 4K television to go. But imagine the viewing experience now where these images, people, the animals, the flowers, all of it, it's just like it's coming out of the screen. And it's a clarity that I'm kind of not looking forward to when we do 4K here.
When we broadcast here in 4K.
We were concerned about HD, man. This is like beyond.
When we start broadcasting in 4K, I'm going to ask them to zoom out when I step out here.
No tight shots of us. So let me just start again at the beginning to say that we've got a one-day only price of $1,249 on this. 6 easy payments of $174.83. You're getting a package that's bundled with approximately $1,500 worth of add-ons that you're getting at that one-day only price. At the end of the day today, end of our presentation, really, the end of the show.
Midnight's coming.
That it means, you've lost the opportunity to get this one size that's left, the 65 inches at that price. So please take advantage of it. The shipping and handling is included in the price. So again, what you're talking about is the next level, the next great thing when it comes to technology and television.
And a lot of it's already here, which is a great thing as well. So if you think about the jump we made when we went from standard def to high def, probably right around 10 years ago or so, maybe a little bit longer than that, and everyone got their first high definition televisions that you said, wow.
Well, 720, then we went to,
like
1080.
Yeah, so when they say 4K,
Right.
what that basically means is 4,000. That's the jump they're making. So when you say 720 or 1080, what we're referring to is the number of lines of dots that fill up the screen. So a 720p television would have 720 lines. A 1080p television would have 1,080 lines. 4K, we're talking about approximately 4,000 lines of dots. I know we got excited in the television world. I remember when I was first starting here at QVC, and we used to say, this screen has 1 million pixels on the screen. That was spectacular for that day. We're looking at 8.3 million pixels on the screen. So everything looks great on it, which is what the television experience is all about. The more real life, the more exciting the image is, the more you're going to want to enjoy your television set. And what I love about this, it doesn't matter what you're watching. If you want to find 4K content, it's out there. There's a bundle of it on YouTube, Amazon, and Netflix. But this movie right here, Percy Jackson, this movie is about 6 or 7 years old. But even this, considering the fact that this has a 4K upscaler, even though it's a slightly older movie, it's processed to look sharper and crisper than if you were watching it at home on your standard high-definition television.
Talk to us about setup. Is there anything special you have to do for 4K?
No, nothing you have to do to plug in. The great thing about this television is it has the smart TV component. I'll show you how that works. You have a home button on your remote control. It's the one that stands out from the rest. It's the white button with the little home icon on it. And all you do is you press that when you first turn this television on, and it'll walk you through the process of the smart TV aspect. So LG, one of the leaders in this aspect of having these apps on the screen, you have more than 50 apps to choose from, and this is where you're going to be able to get all of that content. So things like Netflix and Amazon, you'll stream these things on your television set, and to get access to that, you simply go into the settings, and I'll close out of the smart TV, and I'll show you how easy the process is. So I press the settings key. If you look on the right-hand side of the screen, I have a whole list of options. I'll scroll down through sound, sleep timer, safety, go to all settings. And on this side of the screen, it's going to pop up, here's where my network is located. So what you'll do, Jane, is you'll connect to your Wi-Fi network in your home.
Okay.
So that same Wi-Fi you use for your iPad, same Wi-Fi you use for your laptop computer, and you can go to a Wi-Fi connection. And right now, we're connected to a router inside the QVC studio that gives us that internet access. Once you get access to the internet, you have a Netflix account, you have an Amazon account, whatever account you already have, you stream them on this big screen TV.
Isn't that great? I mean,
Yeah.
amazing. E230200. And if you're just joining us, the other bonus with shopping with us here at QVC is we have special financing available.
That's nice.
So I'm going to mention, first of all, again, the package that you're getting here is about $1,500 worth of product that you're getting for $1,249. And you have the option of 6 easy payments if you shop with a credit card. But if you shop with your QVC credit